Let's talk about one of the creepiest mysteries that Netflix's Wednesday has introduced so far. Aunt Ophelia Frump. She's a character who's been around in Addams Family lore for decades, usually played for comedy, often sweet, clumsy, and eccentric. But in Tim Burton's Wednesday, Ophelia has been reimagined into something much darker, possibly even more dangerous than any monster or villain we've seen so far. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. So today, we're breaking down her history, her powers, her disturbing fate in the show, and what it all means for Wednesday's future. And trust me, you'll never look at this missing Frump sister the same way again.
Every family has dark chapters, Wednesday.
The creepy setup in Wednesday Season 2. When Wednesday Season 2 kicked off, it wasted no time giving us hints about a mysterious figure in the Addams family tree, Aunt Ophelia Frump. Morticia mentions her, cautiously, almost like invoking her name is taboo. And that makes sense, because what we find out is chilling. Ophelia was a raven, just like Wednesday. She inherited those same psychic gifts from her mother, Hester Frump. But while Morticia, a dove, could balance her abilities with grace, Ophelia's powers were wild, volatile, and unpredictable. Morticia admits that her sister had extraordinary potential, but her visions started taking a toll. They weren't just glimpses into the future, they became obsessions. Prophecy blurred with paranoia, and Ophelia lost her grip on reality. Eventually, her breakdown was so severe that black tears streamed down her face, a sign of psychic exhaustion that Wednesday herself experienced in Season 2. Only in Ophelia's case, the damage was irreversible, and according to Morticia, Hester had no choice but to admit her to Willow Hills Psychiatric Hospital. That should have been the end of her story, except it wasn't, because in the finale, when Wednesday uncovers Ophelia's old journal filled with deranged sketches, she has a vision. Ophelia is still alive, and then we get the reveal nobody was prepared for. Hester has been keeping her own daughter locked away in a secret underground cell, alive, unstable, and scribbling the words, "Wednesday must die," over and over.
What those tears mean. It's psychic exhaustion.
Why does Ophelia hate Wednesday? That one scene instantly reframed Ophelia from tragic backstory to Season 3's looming threat. But the big question is, why is she fixated on Wednesday? It could be prophecy. Maybe one of her visions told her that Wednesday was destined to destroy her, or to bring doom upon the family. Or perhaps she believes Wednesday will surpass her as the most powerful raven, which her fractured mind interprets as a threat. There's also the possibility that Ophelia's vendetta is less rational. She might just be spiraling into paranoia, latching on to Wednesday as the embodiment of everything she fears. And knowing how Burton loves twists, it's possible this is all a misdirect. Maybe Ophelia isn't truly evil. Maybe Hester's manipulation has shaped her madness, making Wednesday the target of her fury. But whether Ophelia is an outright villain or a tragic pawn, one thing's for sure. She's set up as one of the most chilling characters in the Wednesday universe.
Uncle Fester! How sweet of you to come to my wedding!
Ophelia's evolution across the Addams family. What makes this reinvention so fascinating is how far Ophelia has come from her original roots in Addams family history. Because if you look back, Ophelia Frump wasn't scary at all. In fact, she was kind of the opposite.
I do not like poison sumac. It will not grow in my head.
The original Addams Family series, 1960s. In the classic sitcom, Ophelia Frump was Morticia's cheerful, eccentric sister. Played by Carolyn Jones, the same actress who played Morticia, Ophelia was blonde, bubbly, and wore flower crowns. She wasn't creepy or sinister. Instead, she was goofy, clumsy, and unlucky in love. At one point, she was almost married off to Gomez in an arranged marriage, which was a tradition in the Addams family. But Gomez, of course, only had eyes for Morticia, and Ophelia quickly moved on. She even fell for Cousin It at one point. Definitely a far cry from scribbling "Wednesday must die" on a wall.
Tyler, go!
Later adaptations. She popped up again in various forms. In The Addams Family, 1991, and Addams Family Values, 1993, she appeared briefly at parties and weddings, more as a fun Easter egg than a major character. In The New Addams Family, 1998, she was reimagined as clumsy and a little mean-spirited towards Morticia, but still comedic. Even in the 2019 animated Addams Family film, she was seen as part of a family band playing a tuba-like instrument. Again, eccentric but harmless. So across decades, Ophelia was always quirky and lighthearted. She was the cheery contrast to Morticia's elegant gloom, which is why Burton's version in Wednesday is such a drastic departure. Netflix's reinvention. Burton didn't just reintroduce Ophelia, he weaponized her. Instead of comic relief, she's the embodiment of psychic instability. Instead of being cheerful and normal, she's tormented by visions and consumed by obsession. Her flower crown? Now it feels less like a quirky accessory and more like a tragic symbol, a reminder of the bright spirit she once had before madness overtook her. And the show cleverly mirrors her downfall with Wednesday's own struggles. Both are ravens. Both experience overwhelming visions, and both flirt with the edge of losing control. Wednesday even sheds the same black tears that marked Ophelia's descent. It's almost as if Ophelia is Wednesday's dark reflection, a warning of what she could become if she pushes her powers too far.
Aunt Ophelia's journal.
Yes. As I keep being reminded.
Ophelia's powers and abilities. So let's break down what we actually know about her abilities, because they're some of the most intriguing in the Addams Family lore. Psychic visions and psychometry. Like Wednesday, she can see the past, present, and future through visions, but hers are more intense and dangerous to the point of shattering her sanity. Plant growing. In earlier adaptations, Ophelia was associated with plants. Her flower crowns sometimes literally grew from her head. In Wednesday, this hasn't been explored yet, but her connection to nature could resurface in a darker way. Imagine vines that grow uncontrollably, fueled by her rage. Academics and skills. Flashbacks tell us she was once brilliant. Student body president, glee club leader, even class caterer. She was athletic, skilled in judo, and a great cook. Basically, she had it all, until her powers consumed her. Weakness. Insanity. Her visions destroyed her grip on reality, leading to her confinement. That instability is her greatest strength and weakness. It makes her dangerous, but also deeply tragic.
One more step, and I snap her neck!
The family dynamics. Another reason Ophelia's story hits so hard is the family drama wrapped up in it. Morticia clearly loved her sister and tried to protect her. She begged Hester not to send Ophelia to an asylum, believing it would only worsen her condition. But Hester insisted, and she was right. Ophelia didn't just vanish into the institution. She escaped. But instead of freedom, her own mother locked her in a hidden cell where she's been wasting away for years. That raises some serious questions. Why would Hester imprison her own daughter instead of helping her? Was she protecting the family or hiding a darker truth? Maybe Ophelia's visions revealed something about Hester herself, and she silenced her daughter to keep it buried. It also reframes Morticia's relationship with Wednesday. Morticia sees in her daughter the same dangerous path Ophelia walked, which explains her desperation to protect Wednesday from overextending her powers. It's not just motherly worry, it's a trauma she's lived through before. Who will play Ophelia in Season 3? The other big mystery is casting. Right now, no one has been officially confirmed to play Ophelia, but fans are buzzing with theories. Some hope Tim Burton will reunite Jenna Ortega with her Beetlejuice co-star Winona Ryder. Ryder has the perfect gothic presence and could pull off the haunted, tragic aura Ophelia demands. The only issue is scheduling. Others think Burton could pay homage to the 1960s sitcom, where Carolyn Jones played both Morticia and Ophelia. Imagine Catherine Zeta-Jones playing a dual role. That would be a fantastic nod to the original, while giving her a chance to stretch into something darker and unhinged. Whoever gets the role, it's safe to say this casting decision is going to be one of the most talked about reveals of Season 3.
Isaac! You have something that belongs to me.
What Ophelia means for Wednesday's future. Ophelia isn't just another creepy Addams relative. She's the ultimate cautionary tale. She's proof that the Raven gift isn't just a blessing, it's a curse if left unchecked. For Wednesday, who constantly struggles with isolation, obsession, and the burden of her powers, Ophelia is like a twisted mirror Will Wednesday learn from her aunt's downfall, or will she repeat it? And then there's the bigger question, what prophecy ties their fates together? If Ophelia is convinced that Wednesday must die, does that mean Wednesday's destiny really does threaten the family? Or is Ophelia just consumed by madness? Whatever the truth, one thing's clear. Ophelia's shadow is going to loom large on season 3. Our nerdy thoughts. Aunt Ophelia Frump has gone from quirky sitcom oddball to one of the darkest, most intriguing characters in the Wednesday universe. She's tragic, terrifying, and deeply connected to Wednesday's own struggles. By weaving her history across decades of Addams Family lore into this new, chilling version, Burton has given fans something truly special. A villain who isn't just scary, but personal. Family ties, prophecy, madness, and power all collide in her story. And whether she turns out to be Wednesday's greatest enemy or her most heartbreaking ally, one thing's for sure. Ophelia Frump is about to take center stage in a way she never has before. So keep your eyes peeled for season 3, because the question isn't just what Ophelia will do next. The real question is, what will Wednesday become once she faces the darkest parts of her family's legacy?
Ophelia.